Good evening and welcome to MetroFocus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and here's a fantastic statistic. Did you know that if breast cancer is caught early, the 5-year survival rate is almost 100%? One of those survivors is Grammy Award-winning musician Sheryl Crow. Now, with no family history or any significant risk factors, Crow was diagnosed at just 44 years old. Sheryl joins us now from Nashville, along with OBGYN and women's health expert, Dr. Jessica Shepard. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Good morning.
So, Sheryl, I want to start with you and ask, given that you had no traditional red flags in regards to breast cancer, what was that like when you first got the diagnosis confirmed?
Oh, my goodness. I was in shock. You know, I think for someone who's very healthy and who takes care of themselves, has no family history, and was diligent about getting mammography exams, it was just a very eye-opening experience, and everything normal came to a screeching halt. I am now 13 years out. I have enjoyed the dubious honor of being kind of the poster child for early detection, and I celebrate that and embrace that because my story is the story of cure. And until there is a cure for breast cancer, early detection is our greatest weapon. So I like to utilize my profile really just to talk to the women who follow me, who have been fans for years, and they're now mothers and daughters and grandmothers, and really encourage them to advocate for their own health and be diligent at the age of 40 of getting their yearly mammogram.
Dr. Shepard, I want to turn to you now and ask, because there's also a troubling statistic that goes along with breast cancer awareness, and that is that women of color are more likely to die, not more likely to get, but to die from the disease. Why is that?
Yeah, and so there's multiple reasons why that can happen. I'm glad you brought that up. For African-American women, actually, when you look at the statistic of breast cancer, there are more Caucasian women who are diagnosed, but when you look at triple-negative cancer, there are more Black women who are diagnosed with triple-negative cancer, which, one, is harder to treat. But what goes into that is that when we look at the statistics for African-American women, they are usually diagnosed later on. And so, you know, Sheryl was alluding to early detection. That definitely should transcend in the African-American community, because early detection is key, because most times they will be diagnosed later on and with triple-negative cancer, which is harder to treat. And so I hope that that message resonates today for anyone who's listening.
Now, of course, so many women are taught to do self-breast exams in the shower, etc. But this is going a step further in making sure you get that mammogram. Where are the first steps, specifically for women who perhaps don't have the financial resources to have that specialty doctor or to be able to go? What are those first steps that they should be taking?
Absolutely. So when even we look at Medicaid, Medicare, an annual well woman visit starting at the age of 40, a mammogram falls into that breast cancer screening category and should be covered by those types of insurances. Now, for women who don't have insurance coverage, there are a lot of organizations that devote their resources to getting mammograms to women who do not have access to that, whether that be through hospital proximity or an insurance issue. So I do feel that we have a long way to go, but we do have resources for women who do not have access to care or don't have insurance.
I want to turn back to Sheryl Crow and ask, you spoke a little bit earlier about having, leading a very healthy life, and I'm wondering, are there any additional steps that you're taking now to keep yourself cancer-free?
Well, I think, what you put into your body is tantamount. I think it's really important to eat healthy. I think it's very important to exercise. We know that the body cellularly functions at a higher level if we're exercising at least 30 minutes a day. One of the things that was interesting about my diagnosis is that 13 years ago, we didn't have the technology advancements that we have now. I was basically relegated to the 2D technology and was told to come back in 6 months. But rather than waiting the 6 months, my doctor said, look, let's don't wait 6 months. I mean, something could happen in 6 months. It could, if it is something. So one of the great things that we are able to enjoy today is the advancement in technology with this 3D technology, where we're able to see in dense breasts, which is what I have, the difference between density in the breast and something that might turn out to be invasive cancer. So Dr. Shepherd and I are really encouraging women to not only be diligent about getting their mammogram, but ask your doctor or go to Genius 3D near me online, look at the website and find out where the closest Genius 3D exam is, because we're seeing far less false positives and a better rate of early detection with 3D than we did with 2D.
All right, ladies, it sounds like we're running out of time here, but I would want to ask one very quick question. If you both had a girlfriend who just got a positive test result back, what would you tell her?
You know, I would really tell her I applaud her for going to get the testing that she needs in order to have the diagnosis. So now we can move forward and find treatment for her.
When you're diagnosed, your entire community is diagnosed. Those people around you that love you, whether they're your friends, whether they're your children, your parents, your significant other, to try to just keep things as normal as possible while you're going through treatment. Honor yourself, put yourself first, give voice to what it is you need or don't need, and to just keep your eyes open and see how, at the end of it, how your life is enhanced. Don't miss the big lessons.
Wise words. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For more information on the Genius exam and where you can find a facility in your community, you can visit our website at metrofocus.org.